Hello, you guys. How is everyone doing? How is everyone? What's today? Sunday. Yeah, let me tell you what I did. So I went and got some more wrapping paper and stuff because so that I could wrap some of my gifts. I've really been in the holiday spirit. I have. So I was at the Family Dollar store, y'all. I bought this bowl. I'm so frustrated. That's why I jumped on live. I was like, I'm pissed. And the bowl, I'm supposed to put on my doors. I'm supposed to put outside on my doors. And how about I was sitting here trying to, it had the little battery, the little thing that's attached to the bowl that you put the battery in. It's clear. Y'all, I sat here for like an hour trying to figure out how to open that thing up to put the batteries in. So I took a screw out. I got a knife, took the screw out, y'all, and then I got so frustrated. I started trying to pry it open and I cut my finger, and I still have not figured out how to open it up. It's a damn shame you buy something from Family Dollar for $5, and it would be so hard to try to figure out how to open up the. It's a clear little thing that the battery goes in to make the bow light up, and it can't open. I'm taking it back. It didn't come with no instructions. I went online to try to I put in Family Dollar store bow for $5. How do you open up the battery container? And I couldn't find anything. So I took the screw out that was on the side. It still won't open. Oh, I didn't know that the football game was on. She said unscrew it. It was only one screw in the middle. I took the screw out. It still wouldn't open. I don't see another screw. I guess I'm gonna have to take it back. Do I push it to the side? I went on Google. I went on oh shit. Still ain't right. I went on YouTube to try to see if I could get a demonstration of it. Still couldn't find one. Like I saw some, but there you pushed one lady pushed hers to the side. I've been pushing mine to the side. It won't come open. I got the knife and try to pry it open. It wouldn't come open. And I really want to put these. I don't want to put the bow on my doors with if it don't light up. But I don't know how to open the battery thing. Lord have mercy. It's just a damn shame before God that Family Dollar store would make something so hard. Oh my God. Y'all, it can't look. Oh my God. Y'all listen. Oh my God. Y'all, I just happened to start pushing up and it came out. Oh my God. I don't know if the knife did it. I just started all that time I was pushing up, it wasn't doing it. I got so frustrated. I got on look at that. Oh Lord. Oh Lord, now it's hard to put back on. I can't put the top back on. Oh Lord. This is some shit right here. How do am I putting it on wrong? Oh my God. I was putting it on backwards, y'all. I got it. I figured it out though. Oh my God, it's gonna be so cute on my doors. And now I got Lord. It's a damn shame I got two more, and I got to go through the same thing because I mean, I just haven't get that bad luck. It's lit up so cute. Yeah, that thing was giving me the blues. I poked my finger with the knife, it started bleeding. I put a band-aid on it though. He says, "Is this a live or premiere? Cause you ain't no cause ain't no way I paused my commanders to hear about a battery." I didn't know how to open it. Anyway, y'all, listen, I didn't know that the game was on. If I had known that the football game was on, I would have waited. What time does the football game go off? Because this is a discussion I think that men and women should be involved in. Maybe I should have waited for tonight. What time does the football game come on? Hey, I am She Johnson. Oh, the football game is not on yet. I'll be off before 4 o'clock. I'll be off before 4. I wanted to have a discussion. Hold on, y'all. What time is it? It's 1 o'clock. Hold on, y'all. I'm doing something. You all make sure y'all hit the like button as y'all come into the room. Yeah, this is a discussion that I want for everyone to be involved in. Men and women, okay? Because I've been hearing a lot, like looking at the different different news channels and different vlogs and stuff. They were saying that black women really gave black men a hard time that did not vote for Kamala Harris, right? Um, and then black people as a whole, black men and women that decided not to vote for her or whatever, kind of got a hard time. What's called coons, and but they're saying that it really divided the black men and the black women. But if you look at the numbers, black men voted for Kamala. There was a high percentage of black men that voted for Kamala. Um, Hold on. Although they say now that as a whole, black voters shifted towards Trump. They're saying a lot of black voters shifted towards Trump, but I mean, Kamala, there were a lot of black men that had voted for Kamala. Positive Vibe says that there was already a division before the election. That's true. There was already a division before the election. I would say that. And I think I've been the first to say, now I know we be getting on here talking shit and stuff. And it is, hey, I would never subtract and say, well, women should lower their standards. No, I think that women should keep their standards high. But I think that the division comes from, it's not like I can't be one sided with it, because I think it's men and women, and it's like a trust issue. And I think it's really unfortunate. And it's just based on what I see and myself being a woman, right? I can say that it's a trust issue. Hey, Michael. I could say that it's definitely also like a trust issue. Um, but there was always a division between black men and black women. It is. And I've been saying this forever until there is some reconciliation between the black man and the black woman. I think, we're going to start, our children really need to see two parent healthy households, um it's just a lot of stuff, you guys, that's really just messed up in our community. And I know a lot of people are totally passionate about this thing with, the presidential election. But I'll say this, I was not really a big fan of either. Okay. But I will say this, hey, I can agree with a lot of what was said about both. But the problem is, if you started agreeing with some of the cons as it relates to Kamala, you had people, calling you coons, calling you, you couldn't be a black woman. Um, how about, just a whole lot of stuff. You're a woman and you should not be told what to do as it relates to your body. But hey, let me say this, me, I don't believe that abortions should be a form of birth control. Okay, it's one thing when something happens, unfortunately, like assaults and things of that nature, incest. Hey, then that's between. I can understand there being a conversation as it relates to that. But some people are using abortions as a form of birth control. I have an issue with that. I get pregnant, I'm just going to go have an abortion. I get pregnant, I'm just going to go have an abortion. And what's happening is they're waiting until, I remember when I was growing up, after about 4 months, after about 3 or 4 months, you could not get one. It was called too late to get one. They say it's too late to get one. Right. I remember when I had gotten pregnant with my first daughter. I remember the doctor saying to me, um, and that was way over 20 years ago. Are you gonna keep? He was like, it's in there. Are you gonna keep it, or are you gonna make other arrangements? Because before it's too late, that's what you say. It's too late to go do something. I was like, I'm keeping it. I'm keeping my baby. But now you have folks waiting all the way up until almost full term. And if y'all ever, I don't even want to talk about what they do, how they reared them babies. It's flat out murder. 100% pure D murder. Okay. When full term babies, when you're reading yourself for full term babies, bitch, you knew you didn't want the baby way before you got to be 8 months. Don't get me started. See, I can't have empathy for women that get mad at a man. Well, he ain't acting right, I'm getting ready to go kill it, and you 8 months pregnant, whereas you go on and have it, give it to somebody else. There's plenty of people that would love children, okay? Babies, especially babies, they'll adopt them. But that they made that an issue, okay? That's why I didn't buy into that. You never heard me say nothing. You never heard me say anything. Hey, I understand that we all make mistakes and things that it's a lot of I totally understand. But what I don't understand is people continuously using that as a form of birth control. You can have a baby at 8 months and it will live. The lungs and everything ain't got to stay in the hospital or nothing. And you trying to tell me you going to get rid of it because you mad at the baby daddy? Because women, when they mentally unstable, they play games like that. The boy might want the baby. I'm gonna show him something, or she's not sure about who the daddy is. You know what? The more I think about it, I just don't want to take no chances. I slept with little Mike and John and John at the same time. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm 7 months. I'm gonna go ahead and fix this and get rid of it and just get pregnant by little Mike again. It may get just only mess with little Mike because I want it to be his baby. No, a lid do need to be put on that, because as you get older, you should know that what you're supposed to be doing to prevent pregnancy, right? But anyways, so they skate that's what they use. They kind of ran on that. Okay, that's Kamala kind of ran on that. And hey, you know, it's a lot of stuff that I didn't agree with on both sides, but I think it's unfortunate, that black men and black women are divided and people become and I think another thing that the Democrats did, and I'm talking about the mistakes of the Democrat, because just about my whole life up until recently I was a Democrat. Now I'm independent. Okay. um Fear. They using fear since the beginning of time. I can remember my grandmother is passed on, bless her soul. All of my great aunts and stuff are passed on, and they was using fear back then. I ain't gonna be able to have my Social Security. I'm gonna have to choose between if I'm gonna get my diabetic medicine or if I'm gonna eat. This is something that has been used really by both parties. Okay. Um, since the beginning of time, but it's so unfortunate. I feel like more fear is put into the black community because with the black community, we're already suffering a lot. Okay. And that's the truth. I told y'all I had to go over to the Social Security office because they sent me over there because, child, there's so much stuff going on in the background. I dare not say anything about, because I want the folks to do their job to dead a lot of these people. You won't see them no more after a while, okay? Because they're gonna be in jail. And I was sitting over there, and I went to the one. I stopped at the one on Third Street, closer to Westwood. Okay, anybody in Memphis know where that is? I know I talk a lot of stuff. I know I grew up in the hood and stuff, but I have not been into, I ain't been in places like that since I was a little girl. Okay. And my voice is shaking because I promise y'all, it hurts me to see the conditions of our people. And I know they say that, when people go over to the Social Security office, they have to play crazy. Hey, I understand that. But listen, y'all, what about all of the families? Like, it was only one person that was going up to the window. They was coming in with their children. They was coming in, people was bringing them in there. Just, I was sitting way in the back, like up against the window, so I was able to see everything that was going on. Y'all, it hurt me so bad. I was sitting there, and I was just quietly wiping tears, and I promise you, I was like, God, like, are we not doing enough? It's something that's not right. I'm looking at the condition of our people, and our people are hurting. Our people need something, and I'm serious. Our people need something as it relates to, just what is happening in our community, sitting there. And I was like, God, forgive me, because I think all of us kind of, like, I haven't lived in the project since I was about 12 or 13 years old, but um just seeing like the conditions of our people that come from poverty, and how, looking at the kids and stuff, and just looking at their shoes and stuff, it hurts me. It hurts me, because I feel like, everybody takes advantage of the black community. And the thing of the matter is, I think about like what they did, as far as when they was putting our children on, when they was going to school, and they had the teachers and the counselors involved telling them if they was overly active. Y'all know I have to be meticulous about what I say on here. They need to take this particular pill, okay? And y'all know those pills were writ to the land, okay? Writ to the land, or whatever it's called. And children have been active since the beginning of time, right? And so they started, sedating them, and they targeted the African American mothers that was already impoverished, and that, hey, they didn't know what they were doing to their children. They didn't know what they were doing to their kids. And it's something when they say we're going to give eat for each child. If you give them this, you're going to get a $500 check. So parents were telling their kids go and play crazy, but they didn't understand when they was testing their blood to ensure that they was actually giving them the medicine, what it was for. They wanted to make sure that we give you five. That's a cheap price to pay for the future of your child, of our generations, right? And so it's so hurtful because I feel like we've always been misrepresented. Every time we get somebody, we think people are representing us. They give us a song and a dance, a hoop and a holler and a shout. And it seems like everybody has just failed the Black community. And so that's why, when they say, well, you say you's a Christian, they say you say you's a Christian, but you always talking about there need to be some repercussions. You damn right. Put something in place. To ensure, nigga, if we put you up there, and I don't care what your race is, and you get up there and you sell out the future of our people, you ain't gonna be able to come home. You ain't gonna be able to do it and then go sit on the lake and look at the water. I was looking at a politician one day, and I was walking where I normally walk at, and he was sitting there. He was sitting there in his golf cart. After he had sold out everybody, after he sold out, he was a city council. After he sold out everybody, he messed around and got into it with a white woman. And then he got into it with a white woman in the council. And then he told a white woman, yo mama, even though he was selling Black people out like 40 going north, that white woman was cussing him out. And he said, yo mama. And when he said yo mama to that white woman, they gave that cuckabug head his nigga call. You done did everything we wanted you to do, but you don't sit up and say, even though she was cussing you out, calling you the N word, whatever, you don't ever in your life say your mama to a white woman. They didn't get behind him anymore, okay? And so I saw him. He was one day, during that time, me and my daddy was serving them when they called themselves was gonna sell the Black community out. I was just a marching one day exercising. I said, "Who's that man in that golf cart? He sure looks familiar. Just staring at the water. Just like his dog had ran and jumped in it and drowned. Okay, and I got a little closer. I said, that is him. And cause I'm a little nitpicky. I couldn't just walk past that cart and not say anything. But I was nice to him. I said, how life been treating you? I said, you're a councilman such and such. Ex-councilman, right? Yeah. I said, so how's things been since you was on they didn't elect you no more? Oh, I love it. I'm sitting out here in my car, and this is what I like to do, just stare at the water. I said, okay. I said, you was looking kind of sad. So I decided I didn't know if anything was wrong. Oh no, I'm not sad. I'm happy. I said, okay. Well, it was good seeing you, and I marched on away from him with my exercise. I said, look at this shit. He done sold out the people. And see, that's why something has to be put in place. Okay. They he sold out the people, but he was able to go still live good. Okay. After they couldn't use him no more because they was giving them money and stuff up under the table. But there has to be something put in place. Whereas people that's like him can't do that and think they're going to go back and live normal. Okay. He was sitting on the dock of the bay, okay, watching the tides roll away, okay. And so that's why I say something has to be put in place. Don't think you're going to go back to your normal life if you think you're going to go and sell out the future of our people. Absolutely not. You know, he was sitting there looking at the water when he, you know, he probably should have been in it. Okay, if it was something in place. But anyways, you guys, that's why but I say this, getting back to the divide between the men and women. Okay, it's been like that for a while. Okay, it's been like that for a while. Yeah, it's been like that for a while, unfortunately. And that is what is promoted in our community. It's not promoted in any other community, you know, being a baby mama, this and that. The family unit is just not promoted. I love going back and looking at documentaries from the 60s and the early 70s because looking at documentaries from the 60s and the early 70s, um, hey, you get the opportunity to see, even if they were living in the projects, the father was in the home and he was working. And that's why I can't understand if they saw family, if they fathers was in the home and they were living in the projects and he was working, he's working hard because most mothers were stay at home. Most mothers would stay at home moms during that time. If you're going to incorporate welfare, why take the man out of the home? That's actually to help the family. But hey, it was allowed to happen. I mean, because it was allowed to happen. Okay, because when you start putting incorporating stuff like that, and you are a politician, people didn't understand really the power of their vote. Unfortunately, we've always just like for our community, you know, just especially back then, just wanted people to dictate to us. It was just, oh, they did it, it ain't nothing we can do about it. But you got out and voted. Of course, it's something that you could do about it. And I still don't know if we understand the power of our vote, right? But I'm gonna tell y'all something. I could see, especially with, you know, as of lately, even though we still get caught up in that emotional stuff, more people are starting to open their eyes. Okay. And this generation that's coming up now, it has been one of those generations that is fearless. You know, they just say they're fearless. Okay. If a lot of that bad energy that they project could be redirected in the right direction, this generation that's out here doing all of this crazy stuff, they could actually be the ones, okay, to change the future of their people. They don't know that because they fear nothing. Okay, a lot of them fear nothing, but it's just it's sad that a lot of the energy that they have is just redirected in the wrong, just redirected in bad places, and they end up dying out, you know, being killed out or going to jail. Michael says, can't wait for deportation to start January 20th. 2025. Democrats was selling out America's citizens for illegal immigrants. I had an issue with that. I'm like, all of the immigrants were coming over, and I never understood why. I don't think that they explained that enough. Why are you consistently bringing immigrants over and offering them the American dream when you're really not even offering a lot of Americans the American dream? So I had issues with that. I'm mixed, but Trump ain't that bad. The Black Barber says, Mr. Parker, I feel the get back and racism, but I don't have it in my heart to be like that because it's easy to do with Trump racist ass in office again. I'm sometimes nervous around Caucasians. Oh wow. Oh wow. Well, don't be. I mean, whoever, whether they are Caucasian or not, if they disrespect you, you already know. You get down like you would handle it like you normally would. You know, anyways, you guys, yeah, that's what I was looking at. A lot of vloggers was talking about the divide. First of all, there shouldn't be a divide, anyways. I would hope or think that families, especially married couples, when they vote, because I'm gonna tell you something. In other households, more people of other communities, they are together on one accord on who they're going to vote for. So I don't know why it had to be a divide in the black community. I'm not saying that just because your spouse vote for somebody, you should vote for that person too. What I'm saying is, in other communities, they're usually on one accord. So um they're gonna vote for the same person. I'll be in the penitentiary to defend myself. Michael says Democrats push LGBTQ, transgender rights, abortion rights, and feminism, which has been 100% detrimental to Black communities. Only 20% of BWs are married. That's Black women are married today, but Black men will come back. Mr. Parker says that's not it, Blackie. um what David Banner meant was Latin people stick together, Asians stick together. They look out for their own Black folks. They look out for their own. Black folks need to do the same. That's what the statement meant. Hi Tam, Trump 2024 us. I'm a Black Republican. I've been one since Reagan. MAGA. Okay. Wow. Well, I remember when Reagan was in office. I remember I was a little girl. I didn't know anything about politics, but um I do know that crack was brought in and put into the Black communities around up under the Reagan Bush administration. Bush and Reagan. And if you go back and look at a lot of, they say he was a good president because he was I forget why they say he was so good. But then you hear a lot of Black people talk about how mean he was. He was very mean. So I don't know, but I do know that um, crack was brought in up under his administration. Let's see. Okay, it says during President Roosevelt and Housing Urban Development created that idea to build affordable apartments for anyone who qualified. Government housing was built in 1937. So if government housing, which would they call projects, was built in 1930, it started in 1937. There was still men, low income housing. There was still around that time men still in the households. Black men and Black women still had their family unit. Um, Hold on for a second. Hmm. So the origin of the state welfare program started in 1934, and it started with Social Security. It started with Social Security. That's what they're saying. State and federal welfare programs. Hmm. Mm-mm-mm. The federal government began to help states with the burden of public relief. The Social Security Act. They con- they, they consider the Social Security Act as welfare. Wow. But that's what it started with. They called that a welfare program back in 1935. Isn't that something? Which means, people give folks a hard time that's on that receives public assistance, but everybody, if they consider Social Security a welfare act, then everybody of every race is on welfare or has been, right? Um, they said Freeway Ricky Ross. So yeah, they brought it in through yeah. Sure, they made a lot of errors, but I'm from Alabama. This is a red state. It was raised with conservative values. Hey, it was a lot of stuff that was going on that I didn't know was going on. Hey, I did read about it. As a matter of fact, I think I did a video on it earlier this year where when in California it had started when that in the jails that they were shifting a lot of the transgender men over to the female jail, even though they still had and putting them in the dorms and letting them take showers with the women. They had breasts, but they still had their wing. Okay. And a man that was shifted from the male jail that was a transgender who says that he claims that he was being consistently assaulted by men because he had breasts, but he still had his whack. He actually assaulted several women. They was letting him get in the shower with the women and everything, and he sexually assaulted several of them. They talked about it, and then they quickly stopped talking about it. And from my understanding, a lot of transgenders were going to jail. They were able and getting the surgery. Okay, so I think they said Trump has stopped that immediately. That was one of his orders. One of the first things that he's going to do is stop the state from paying for those operations. So when they say we're going back 100 years, well, I don't know what they mean by that. You know what I mean? They get black people emotional because they start talking about stuff like that. They're gonna stop. He's gonna stop doing that. He's getting ready to take the safety nets that the transgenders had. He's setting us back 50 years. I mean, that's not setting us back 50 years because when I was coming up, I don't remember stuff like that happening. Okay. So, hey, I don't have any issues with what people do. And by all means, I don't want nobody going and doing anything to a transgender. I feel like that all the transgenders should be respected. They should not be beat or hurt or taken out or anything like that. But a transgender is a man. Okay. I can't say she. I'm not gonna disrespect them and say he that's a man. Okay, that's a man. I just and so now because I say that, what people try to do is they try to control you by saying, oh, okay, well, you're homophobic. I could never be homophobic. If you're gonna be gay, be gay. If you want to dress like a woman, dress like a woman. But you're still a man. Yeah, they produce fear in people, and I don't like that. That's what they've been doing to black people forever. Produce fear, fear. I'm not gonna be allowed to go get my 6 abortions every year. Mm, but hey, hey. Well, that's what. Yeah. I'm trying to think of what I want to eat. I was gonna do my cowboy corn dip, but maybe I'll do lasagna rolls. That's what I'm gonna do. I'll do some lasagna rolls. Therefore, I can cook some meat and roll them up and put cheese on them and do it like I do a lasagna, but roll them and about three and put them in the oven, and that'll be sufficient for me. Um, Clarinetta says, I think the whole abortion thing is between the woman and God. I agree with you 100%. It's between the woman and God. I agree. Tam, when was the last time you ate some good Cajun smoked blackened sausage? I don't think I've ever had that. Now I hear. I'm gonna tell you something. I heard that the food is also really good down in the Carolinas. I hear that they have really good food in the Carolinas. Michael says pedos should not teach schools and pushing propaganda into kids. You and I did not grow up in this and that environment. Why would we allow it to? Absolutely, I agree. I agree. They're trying to. At one point, they was trying to make it a class that started in the kindergarten. So we know what that agenda was. They was absolutely 100% trying to confuse children. Okay, I would never in my life allow my child, a baby, to be taking some type of being taught about some type of sex stuff in the kindergarten. That was a programming to confuse the children very early on. He says, Sam, I feel you're a very beautiful woman. I would not like a man using the restaurant with you. In 1960, blacks were 10%, and in 2024, we're only 14%. We abort all our kids. Yeah, that's sad. And you're right. Um, I want to show you all this right here. And this happened in 2021. And this happened in 2021.
Had to come to Macy's to run a quick errand today, but she was nervous.
I'm kind of afraid to be here.
Because after hearing the news, a 55-year-old woman was raped in a bathroom stall here Sunday, she was stunned.
I thought about the times that I've been to that same bathroom, and I said, wow, it's scary. It's very scary.
We're asking for assistance from the public in identifying a suspect.
The story is a nightmare. The woman went to the bathroom while shopping with her husband, and police said this man was hiding in a nearby stall. Police then said the man jumped over the separator and attacked the woman, raping her while threatening her life with a cooking skewer.
He got on the train. He went westbound, and we tracked him to 52nd Market, where he got off.
But police have tools.
And if they do that, they use SEPTA as their getaway method, then we're going to have video of them.
Between Macy's cooperation and SEPTA's network of 28,000 cameras, investigators shared a pretty clear shot of the suspect. SEPTA Police Chief Tom Nestel says his biggest mistake was trying to use the train to get away.
I say all the time, we have cameras everywhere, so if you commit a crime, mom's going to see you on the news that night.
Just over a year ago, a man charged with rape in Love Park was arrested with the help of SEPTA surveillance video.
We've been able to provide pretty good information to the special victim.
Okay, that was in 2021. There may have been in Philadelphia in Macy's, right? And I remember reading that, and the security guard says, "Hey, OG Snake Spotter." The security guard says he saw the guy go into into the female restroom, but there was nothing that he could say, right? Because when Obama did that, when Trump got into office, that gender neutral thing, he reversed it. When Biden got in office, he reversed it back again. Okay. Whereas, if you felt like a woman that day, even if you were a man, or if you're a woman, you felt like a man, you can go into those restrooms. So the security guard could not say anything, although he saw that man entering that restroom. So that's why I say, they're talking about women's rights and all of that. Our children, women have a right not to be the assaults on women sexually went up when they put that law into place. When they put that law into place, the assaults went up on women and children. Oh, I know about Pizzagate, and I agree. I mean, not agree, but I believe it 100%. So why didn't they talk about that? If you believe in women rights and you don't want anything happening to children, yet when you put this law into place allowing this, the assaults went up. And you don't want to, you want to keep it like that. That's they tried to do that at the University of Tennessee one year. They started that gender neutral thing, and I think it was up under Obama. And they started the gender neutral, and the enrollment went down at the University of Tennessee. They stopped it. She says, my grandkids are not home, so I'm living off of water, cashews, and applesauce this weekend. I might take some lamb chops and wild rice with broccoli. I'm going to tell you something. I thought about that earlier. I was like, I could bake me some chicken and rice. And I was like, I could eat off of that for a couple days. But I was looking in my freezer and I could not find my chicken strips. I'm there in there because I buy a lot of chicken and meat and stuff. I hoard when it comes to that. If I see some chicken or some strips on sale, I'm buying them. And I was like, I don't feel like going through the freezer and the deep freezer looking for those strips. I know they in there, quite a few of them. I'll just do me. I took the ground turkey out. I'm just gonna do me some lasagna rolls. I don't want a whole lasagna. The rolls are good. I don't feel like doing it would be easy to do a lasagna soup, but I don't want a soup. I just want the lasagna rolls. I want 3 of them. I be seeing you on the book. Lamb sounds good. I think I'm going to do a cooking video pasta today. Blackened sausage. Do they have it in chicken or turkey form? Because I don't eat pork. For the most part, I don't. I was eating. I really don't. I don't buy pork at all, except for when I see that peppered. But I started finding it in the turkey form. It's good too. That pepper turkey bacon is good. You can get it from Whole Foods. But if I'm in Kroger and I see they had that pepper bacon and it's they've stopped selling it, I can't leave it. I have to have it. The last time I bought it, it was so expensive. It was a package of it was $11. Oh, it's not pork. It's not pork. I never heard of that. Y'all hit the like button for me. But we was talking about the divide. Tim, that lasagna soup you supposed to look. Oh, that lasagna soup be so freaking good. But we were talking about, was there a divide between black men and black women in the election? There was a lot of name calling. I'm not gonna lie. There was a lot of name calling. I mean, you had celebrities, but they did what they were supposed to do. They did their job. I think a lot of them was paid to try to make you feel a certain way if you didn't vote for one or the other. I'm thinking about you, Mr. Parker. I just thought about something. I don't want no sausage from you because I don't know where it comes from. I don't even want, I don't want no sausage. I don't eat sausages anyways. That's why I don't eat sausage. I had to think about it when he kept talking about it because, see, I know his mind stays in the gutter. And I didn't know at first because I was like, really? Do they have it in chicken or turkey? Lord have mercy. Mm. I know he been shooting at me. I don't know why when he kept talking about it. I had to think about it. Why is he constantly talking about this sausage? I had to think about his mind. Anytime he talk about something like that, his mind stay in the gutter. I should have known coming from him what kind of sausage he was talking about. You all make sure y'all hit the like button for me, okay? Please like, share, and subscribe, okay? Like, share, and subscribe. Anyways, it's quite a few black women in here. Any of the women who all you don't have to tell me who you voted for, but who all I just want the women to tell me now. Do you all think that Kamala would have been a better president than Trump? Go to Salmon Clubs, buy the shrimp and corn squeeze soup 2 packs with lemon. You will stockpile it in your freezer after you taste it. Ooh, let me take a picture of that. I be having to take a picture of it so I won't forget. Shrimp. Lord, my phone's always dead. Here go my other phone. Let me take a picture of that. Y'all be hating when it starts to get cold. I really do. I be hating when it starts to get cold. Yeah, this is what happens when you have your phone off all day. When you turn it back on. Yeah, I do too. I love the spring and summer. Me too. That's my favorite season. The spring really is my favorite season, but I take the spring and the summer. I just do. In the fall and winter time, I be lazy and sleepy. I gotta go into some training. Um, and I really hate this in the winter time, going into the winter time. Because I don't like the winter. I be so lazy. G Finley, I saw that. I saw where he want to act like he feeding the hood. He looked like he was uncomfortable. Um, it's almost like it was a promo thing because it seemed like to me he could have been doing it, but hey, I would like to know what group of people was he out there with. If that was an organization, they're actually the ones that bought, fed the people. G Finley funny to me. Movies heater and pasta cooking all day. I promise you. And that's what I want to do. When I get off of here, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna lay around. I might have to get out. It gets dark now at 4 o'clock. It's because it's about to be dark in 2 hours. I don't like being out when it's dark. I don't. I don't like it. Definitely cute, Mr. Parker. Going on back to Edward. Hey, HD Bully. I gotta be out tomorrow all day, but I'm gonna make sure every day. Every day next week. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to he said that's funny. What's funny? What you talking about, Mr. Parker? Mr. Parker, I just agreed with you. Now you want to be smart with me. It says right, Tams. I be like a mama bear. I get off at 2 p.m., then get a nap before I get my grandkids, then back to bed on YouTube for the rest. I promise you, I do not like it when it's cold. And it just so happens that my winter is gonna be very busy. But that's okay though. I gotta do this. Oh Lord, what kind of punishment you gonna put me on? What kind of punishment you gonna put me on? Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Like, share, and subscribe. So let me ask the men this. Man, what is it going to take? It's a few men in here. What is it going to take for the Black family to be reconciled? This cord don't work. This cord don't work. So, gentlemen, what is it going to take for the Black family to be reconciled? Because I gotta be honest. It's always, if we're gonna be honest now, it's always the men that leave their homes. It's always the men that leave their homes. It's one thing if the relationship don't work, but they leave their homes and they don't look back on their children. They go and start new families and oftentimes they don't look back on their children. So that means it's more than just about the woman. Because what did your children do to you? Your minor children. He said a Black man to play his part as the leader and the woman to submit to take orders. Okay. You said take orders like she's a servant. Okay. Submission, everybody has a different definition of submission. Because I hear men say, I want her to submit and obey. Dogs obey. So I think that I think people need to sit down and get an understanding, men and women, of what submission is. And that's a leader. Okay, because a lot of these men be talking about submission and they don't know nothing about leading. Tim, the answer is we have to end feminism. We have to make sure our women understand we are the protectors and providers. We have to vet each other with discernment. Okay. I hear you all. I do. I hear you. Y'all do know that a lot of women have issues with submission because there are so many definitions of what submission means. You might hear one man say, "I want my woman to submit submit to me. I want her to do what I say. Everything I say is right, and she don't open her mouth and say nothing." A lot of men, let's just be honest. I'm gonna talk about the men and then I'm gonna talk about the women, okay? Because I know y'all be getting mad at me. A lot of men are verbally and emotionally abusive. And so women are looking at that happening to other women and they mask it as, well, she's just being submissive. Your husband calling you stupid, your husband, calling you stupid and calling you dumb and stuff, and you're not saying nothing, that's not submission. That's being abused. That is a lady that is being abused emotionally. And then she said, but I don't work. My husband won't let me work. I submit to him. Now it might be financial abuse. He might not be letting her work so that she can't leave him. Especially, I can't stand a verbally abusive ass, nappy head ass, ugly ass man. Me too. I am She Johnson. I am very submissive in the bedroom. I like for men to take control. Edward Potts says, as we should with all going on. Oh, Mr. Parker, please. Mr. Parker, that's not cap. It's the truth. Now, okay, so let me get over to let me cause see Mr. Parker and be sensitive. Now, with women, there are a lot of women that hey, they like to stand toe to toe with their man. They don't they want to be the damn man. They run their mouth all the time. If you got to be the man in the relationship, then you probably need to go and or get you another man or get you a woman. No man is going to. More women are disrespectful. They like to show out. Women like to show their asses all the time. Not all women, not me, and not y'all, and it's a lot of other women that don't. But it's a lot of women that are just disrespectful. They cuss the man out, calling them B's and H's, letting the kids hear it. They cussing at each other. That's why I always say, ladies, do not call him out of his name. I know I be on here talking about saying all this stuff, but I don't be cussing them. I've never done that. Okay, so don't listen. Not in their face, anyways. Probably behind their back when I was mad, but don't open those doors to be hitting on him, because if you hit him, he's subject to hit you back. He's subject to hit you back. And his force is probably going to be a lot more powerful than yours. So don't open those doors. Don't cuss him out. Don't call him names, because you got to open up the door for him to start doing it to you. Therefore, if he does it to you, then you can open up that front door on his ass and lock him out. You can open up that front door and tell him to get to stepping, because I don't be in relationships where dudes calling me bitches and hoes. I hate niggas like that. I hope that don't get me started, because I talks bad about them. Pissy, nasty, no good ass, hoe ass niggas. A lot of them just be bitches anyways. Okay? But women should not do that. Don't open up those doors. Therefore, if he gets emotional and he starts calling you out your name, don't be the first time he do it. You shouldn't forgive him. Don't forgive him and let him back in, because that's just who he is. When he gets mad, he's going to do it again. Just like with a woman. When she get mad, she start throwing shit. She start having tantrums. Okay. And she might calm down and say, I'm sorry, but it's probably just who she is. Watch and see. That is not going to be the first or the last time that she does it. It's not going to be the last time that she do it. I'm going to tell you that right now. Okay. So there's a respect thing, respect goes a long way. And I think that's what's missing too in our community with Black men and Black women. And that is the number one thing. That is the main thing. Every relationship starts off with that. And that is respect. And that is the one thing I think that is missing. A lot of men don't even feel like they're supposed to respect women. They feel like a woman is their come up. That's why a lot of them ain't getting no damn where. Okay, because if you feel like a woman is your come up, now I can see a man being proud and saying, "Look, listen, she's beautiful. Not only is she beautiful, she got quality. She's smart. Yeah, I'm proud of her. She might come up. I came up not because of what she is giving me. She ain't giving me her money, but I really found something really good, smart, beautiful. All those got great qualities, right? She's got great qualities, and the bonus is that she's beautiful and she has her own stuff. Not, she got her own stuff, and I'm gonna see if I can get her to do this. I want to pimp her. If you in your late 20s and 30s, especially if you're in your 40s and 50s, and you talking about pimping somebody, you might as well go ahead and dig a grave. yourself and lay in it, bitch, because you ain't worth shit. You ain't worth shit. You pitiful. Okay? Save them to, you could, a lot of people can say that. Oh, Lord have mercy. There are reports now coming out that the integrity of the election was compromised by Elon Musk Starlink system. Oh, wow. Ooh, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. He thanked Elon Musk a lot now. Thank you, Edward. I'm serious. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Men like peace, women like security. And it shouldn't be that, well, women like respect and this and that. Respect goes without saying as it relates to any. Just because he is a man does not mean he does not have feelings. I'm gonna tell you something. I used to be like that. I used to feel like, I was, I'm emotional, I have feelings, but he's a man. I said that to him, and I know he didn't get mad at that because he's a man. And I really didn't mean no harm, but that's how I felt. I felt like men did not have like emotional feelings like that. And so we sit down and talk, we would say, well, you said this to me. And I would say to myself, he's just saying that to make me feel bad. Because I know it didn't, me saying that to him didn't hurt his feelings. He's just saying that now to try to, make me feel bad. I used to always say that, okay, he's trying to make me feel bad because I know me saying that to him didn't make him feel a certain way. He is a man. He's not a woman. And it's unfortunate because that's what women are taught. But I think women need to understand men have feelings too. They just kind of mask it, a lot of them. He said, he said pimps do some strange things. Oh, Lord. I don't even want to know what pimps do. I'm scared to know. Edward Pye says, S.G. Johnson, I can't say to you how I feel. She said, yes, they mask. Yeah, they mask their feelings. And so women need to be more understanding of that. That's why, if you pay attention, because women study men all the time. I know I do. I be sitting, if I get involved with a guy, I study him. I study him. That's how women know how to make men mad, because they pay close attention to their triggers, to everything in the very beginning. So if he starts to act differently, ladies, if you are a stay-at-home wife, okay, and you see that he's stressed out, his pressure and stuff is up, his head is hurting all the time, he's moody, he might have another woman, okay, but it might be because he's stressed out. And so I don't like it. For me, I don't like it when women are that out of touch. I be listening to married women and stuff. And then, well, he Johnny, and he's worked 2 jobs and this and that. Maybe he's stressed out. No, he been working 2 jobs since we've been married. He take care of everything in the household. He a good man. Lady, you working a damn man in the ground. He might be working 2 jobs, but you're going to have to get up off your ass and go work. Me as a woman, he might start off working 2 jobs to provide. I'm gonna keep a job and a business anyways. I'm gonna keep a business if nothing else. Okay, But I'm sure not gonna sit up and see him stressed out. A lot of men are proud when they're good men. I ain't talking about these wimps that want a woman to provide for them. If you see that man stressed out, it's time for you to get up off your ass and go get a damn job. How you gonna be letting his blood pressure and stuff be high? The man need to work. I mean, the man need to rest. Yeah, but Johnny been working. He been doing what he do. How come he working 2 jobs? What, he must got another woman. You know, all types of unrealistic stuff. The man is just tired. He's stressed out. Okay, baby, you don't need to work 2 jobs. So why would you want him to work 2 jobs anyways? That gives him the opportunity to bond with whoever he away from you. He ain't even used to being around you. That's your husband. You should not want your husband gone away from home for 16 hours. That's not even healthy for any relationship. He getting comfort from somebody on one of them jobs. But unfortunately, some women can't see far, see past whatever it is that they want. Yeah, but Johnny pay all these bills. I got an old Audi. We got a nice $400,000 house, and you work the damn man in the ground. And before you know it, you left to pay the bills at that house. He gonna pay it and pay you out, and he with somebody he done met on one of those jobs. So I see that a lot with women who keep their head in the sand because they can't see past what they want. They're spoiled. Okay, he worked 2 jobs. Okay. As he get older, it's not even healthy for him to work 2 jobs. Why in the hell is he working 2 jobs anyways? Are y'all over budgeted? You got bad spending habits because, lady, if he is the provider, you should the sole provider. You probably ought to be on a budget. If you don't want to be on a budget, you need to go ahead and go get you a job. And then when some women go get jobs, they feel like the job is only, well, I went ahead and got a job, because Johnny, he paying for everything, so I can pay for my own hair fixes. Don't get me started. Can't even talk. My own hair fixes. Get my own hair fixed. My own hair fixed and pay my own insurance. Don't want to pay the car note. Now Johnny gonna pay that car note. I pay the insurance. When, lady, you supposed to be getting a job so you can help you, so you can help your husband. So you can help your husband. So you can help your husband, child. But they selfish when it comes to that. I'm telling you, it's a lot of selfish women, and then they end up by themselves. Because trust me now, I'm trying to tell y'all what's going on. I do private investigative work. I see it all the time. It's always when he's vulnerable. And it don't take much for a man to get vulnerable because they be weak to coochie. I'm just saying that right now. But if you got one trying to do right and trying to resist, don't make him vulnerable where he's vulnerable, ladies. Because it's always a woman. If he's working with a lady that ain't about shit and he been trying to resist her because she know he got a wife, she gonna keep on until she figure she can. Because it's a game to a lot of women. They want to see if the man would cheat. Here it is. Right here. Got so many charges. It's ridiculous. It's a whole lot of women cheating now. because their husband's working a lot. They like the lifestyle, but they sitting up talking about their husband is cheating, is working a lot. Okay, that means somebody gonna need to go get a job or something. Somebody else. I wouldn't want my husband away from home for 16 hours. It's not healthy. Not if I loved him. Now, if I wanted his insurance money and I want him to croak over and have a heart attack and croak over, I wouldn't mind. Okay. Edward says Coochie don't run him, he run Coochie. Okay. Oh my God. I mean, but everybody have their flaws. Everybody have their flaws because I have mine. Okay, I know I do. I'm nitpicky when I get mad, but I'm usually mad because the man made me mad. So I just don't think it's. But I'm working on that because I feel like it's just not right for him to make me mad and then he be happy. But that's how most women think. Why should I have to be upset about something he did and then he want to sit and look at the game in peace? And so, ladies, we gotta stop doing stuff like that, okay? We gotta stop nitpicking. Hold on for a second, y'all. Yeah, I'm trying to understand why are these teachers allowed to go up in these classrooms, with their fake asses and stuff. And wear their clothes like they wear them. And then put it on social media. It should be a policy. Hold on, y'all. Did y'all hit the like button for me? I'm trying to look up something. Okay. This is Yebe and She Johnson. I'm the whole thing in real life. Edwards likes I am She Johnson. That dude way economy set up. If you don't, you will sooner or later drown. And she is helpless. That's true. I agree that, dude. We have to hold it down for each other. I agree with that. Hold it down for your, but people got to get married. I think the issue that a lot of people are falling into, they get into relationships and they be in lust. And so they immediately start doing things in the very beginning of the relationship that they should not be doing. That person has not earned that. You know, hey, they haven't earned that. You got, you know, all types of stuff be going on. And more women are givers now. It's income tax season is coming up. This is a prime example of like how emotionally messed up a lot of people are. Income tax season is coming up, right? And it's a lot of men don't even come around these women and vice versa, but it's especially women. Not flipping the income tax was the oldest trick in the book. They was doing that back in the 80s. They was doing that back in the 80s. Letting men call themselves, flip their income tax, and they run off with the income tax. I mean, that's the biggest scam in the book. Even now, I don't care how much you care about a man. If you care about a man, no man is gonna ask you, and you sitting up with children to let you take a chance, knowing that there is a need and you are a single damn mother, for you to give him trust him to go and flip your damn income tax. That's a red flag anyways. Did I see Cypress in here? Maybe I didn't. I thought I saw Cypress in here. That's a red flag anyways. What's up, the site dog? She Johnson is super cute. Yes, she is. She's gorgeous. Yeah, she Johnson is gorgeous. Cypress said he chilling on a Sunday. I haven't seen Diane in here. Thank you, I am she Johnson. He says, and we are bonding. He says y'all you can feel that you all are bonding. He says my name for She Johnson is Angel Eyes. That dude said your name is Angel Eyes for him. That's your nickname. What's up, the site dog?
What going on? What y'all got going on this Sunday?
Oh, nothing much.
Yeah. I ain't doing nothing, just chilling. Keep things chilling. What's the word? What we talking about?
We were talking about, did the presidential race divide black men and women? We're on a really, it's an open topic, but we was talking about that. Do you think that it divided black men and women?
We've been divided a long time ago.
Why are black men and black women divided? Why?
I don't know. I don't know. I guess cause I don't know. No. See, women. I ain't gonna necessarily just say black women because I know if I say that, but no, women is at the point at the time where you really can't tell a woman nothing because they know everything.
What you mean by that, Cypress?
Women these days,
Mm-hmm.
they know every goddamn thing.
Well, Cypress, what if she knows the situation better? I think the problem is, see, that's why I say that's just a misunderstanding and disconnect. I think the problem is a lot of men and a lot of women feel this way. A lot of women do think they know everything, but on the other hand, a lot of men, she could be right. A lot of men don't feel like they're supposed to listen to a woman. Period. They have issues even with their woman telling them, "Baby, that's wrong. That's not the way they go." I mean, that's a damn fool that won't listen to wise counsel.
Yeah, you right. I mean, you should listen to women sometimes, but at the end of the day, you know, hey, you gotta listen sometimes. It just might save your life. But women of today's world, they know everything. They know everything. From the time they came out, they know every goddamn thing. That's why. And that's why when granddaddy went away, grandmama had everything because she shut up and stayed in her place. She didn't act like she know every damn thing. True
Oh,
story.
okay. You saying that grandmama knew everything, huh?
No, I mean, even if she
I mean,
felt like
granddaddy knew everything. So why do you think? I see. You have to think about it. That was a different time. Like a lot of housewives, especially back in their time. Yes, they was quiet. They. The man was the sole provider. She took care of the kids. She couldn't go nowhere else. With a lot of them didn't have skills or anything, or didn't have jobs, so they just kind of stayed there. They weren't. A lot of them weren't even happy.
yeah. And then with the good old days, wasn't it?
No, no, they were no good on nothing. I don't think a person should stay in positions where they are not happy.
True. But like you ain't happy, but at the same time, you ain't wrong for nothing. Sometimes you really put yourself in a bad spot. But yeah. But I
So you
think
saying they should just let it be an arrangement. Even if you're not happy, just stay on there, let it be
yeah,
like an arrangement and say
yeah,
nothing.
like the rich people.
But that's hard to do if you love the man. I can't just coexist with a man and keep my mouth closed and have a business arrangement with a man that I love while he go and be with other women. I couldn't.
See, that's an emotional side of you.
Oh Lord have mercy. So I can, more and more people are in arrangements. They are.
Hey, arrangement is like the best thing these days. Like, look, this how this said this, we're gonna do this. And, I'm saying, stay out the spotlight.
Mm.
Cause getting married at this point, if you ain't already, that means you lose. You setting yourself up to lose. Just get the arrangement going.
So
And,
you said don't marry for love. Just go on and get you somebody that's going
have
to.
an arrangement. You ain't gotta go through all the. Cause think about it. You get married. If you a man, you most likely gonna lose everything anyway. How you might as well have an arrangement to stay down and stay out the spotlight, man. Bro, I'm telling you, bro, you go to court, you're losing everything.
Oh Lord have mercy.
And if they have to pay her any clinics, you'll be paying bills you never knew existed. Guaranteed, I haven't seen it.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, man, but do you think we can ever come together?
Do you think that we can ever? He's talking about men and women.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a disconnect somewhere, and I think it's got, like I said, distrust and respect is missing. Trust and respect is missing in the equation, and that's what's got us divided. Trust and respect.
Yeah. The time ain't changed, y'all. And society just make y'all feel like y'all know every damn thing. Time ain't changed. Y'all just gotta get with the program around here, man. That's all. That's it, ladies. Y'all just gotta get with the program. Time ain't quit thinking that society program y'all thinking. No, it ain't. These niggas just gotta get y'all to the point where y'all gotta buckle down and get y'all women to get with the program and, you know what I'm saying, adapt to
Adapt
situation.
to y'all cheating.
All of us don't cheat. All of us don't cheat.
I don't know. I think it's something going on now, because every time I look up on something, these folks are killing each other.
Well, them stupid people, they don't like their freedom.
They don't like their freedom.
No, because, see, Cypress ain't trying to go nowhere that the Coca-Colas and Pochops ain't that. I'm sorry. No, man. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, but well, it don't matter. I mean, they even doing that at any age. Like, people don't have any emotional discipline now.
Yeah. Yeah. G. Finley said black men don't cheat. That's right, G. Finley. G. Finley said black men don't cheat. What y'all think about that? Like, y'all think black men cheat?
No, they definitely cheat. Every opportunity they get.
Talking ain't cheat. Cheating.
They should be talking to other women.
You don't know. People don't know what the
What's up,
conversation
Steven?
about. People don't know what. Steve-O!
Man, don't call my name like that. What's up, Tamara? How you doing?
What's up? What's going on?
Man, I was watching Thor. I said, let me just go through that. As you say, algorithm and see what's going. I'll just mess with you, T. And I saw the topic and I was like, I know Cypress up ain't talking about nothing. So you think your boy Trump gonna pardon your boy?
Who you talking about? C Murder?
No, Gotti. He got to get locked up to get pardoned first, and so you know it don't work unless he get locked up first, right?
Well, it got to be on the federal level.
I know, yeah, state you can't get pardoned. I know.
Yeah, but
So
no, I don't think he gonna have the pardon.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, so T, what's the topic? I ain't done something.
We're talking about, did the presidential race divide black men and black women?
What do you think, T? What do you think?
Well, I didn't think that it did. I think it divided not just black men and black women. I don't think it was just black men and black women. But I've been looking at quite a few podcasts, and they was talking about a lot of news outlets, and they was talking about the division that it caused between black men and black women.
I don't think it further put a wedge between the divide that was there. I think there are a lot of women, not all, and I'm making sure I preface this. A lot of women had like innate excuses already. To what black men, we voted, 80, I think it was 82% or 84%. The ones that there are a lot of people who didn't vote, but black women, well, it was 92 to 8. So of course the numbers, there was a discrepancy, but 8 out of 10 ain't bad. 9 out of 10 is pretty good. I'm not gonna vote for her just because she's a woman. I don't want to be made to feel bad because I didn't vote. I mean, I voted for her, but I think a lot of women are mad because they should be mad at the representation. Like, when you have Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion and Glorilla and Beyonce and Jay-Z just throwing the worst representation of black people up in our faces and expecting us to vote because of that, that's on you. Like, you should have done better. So she has herself to blame. They're blaming President Biden now. Like, it's a lot of division, right? Even with them in the White House. You got some of Vice President Harris's people not talking to Biden's people, and some of President Biden's people not talking to Vice President Harris's people. Like, you lost. It's not that, it's serious, but it's not that serious. But they said, well, she should have had more time. She could have had another 5 months. This country has a woman problem. So it's a lot. It's a lot behind them. It's just weird. It's
Preach,
weird.
bro.
Shut up, Cypress.
Well, I don't think it's just this country that has a woman's problem. I think women are undervalued in every country.
I wouldn't. There are some women like prime ministers, T, in a lot of countries. So we can't say that a majority, yes, absolutely. I agree with that. But there are women prime ministers. There have been women queens, so we can't really, it's just, personally, and this is just my personal opinion, or in America, it's hard to sit up and say that two women who were more qualified than Donald Trump couldn't beat him. Senator Clinton was way more qualified. Vice President Harris was way more qualified. And the fact that Trump he's a convicted felon and a racist and he's a criminal, he's a convict, he's a grifter, all this, and you still won. That's like, America is so, as much as we're supposed to be the leader in a lot of areas, we're so far behind, and it's not fair. But I blame Vice President Harris for the way she ran her campaign. It was like we black people, I don't look at rappers and athletes and entertainers as my leaders or as role models. That's what they are, rappers, entertainers, and athletes, nothing more.
For so long, but more people are starting to wake up though. But that is what has worked for so long. There was a time when people only believed in, they were fans, they were fanatical. Whatever the celebrity said, dude, that's the route that they were going to go. And that's why I was saying people are starting to open their eyes. It's not working anymore.
You're right. I agree.
About time.
And one of the other things, I remember in New York. Now, you and I think we talked about this the other day. Now, in New York, I will say this. One of the things that didn't work, they were giving immigrants, and it was only for a year, but still, 12 months is 12 months, where a lot of undocumented immigrants were given $350 a week, and that's the card they got. And it was able to assist them with food and rent and whatnot. And I'm like, wow, why you get, you know what I'm saying? Why do they get this and not the people who are here? But at the same token, undocumented immigrants paid $96 billion in taxes in 2022 into services that they're not eligible for. They're not eligible for Medicare or SSI, but they paid into it. So it's like a barter type of system, but it's still not fair. So I understand the logic of, I'm not going to vote for her because of this, because she was a part of it. She's the vice president. She can only be no vice president ever makes decisions for a company when there's the president and the CEO. You can't just blame the vice president. She was a part of it. So that's why she got penalized. It's a lot, man. It's just weird. But it is what it is. She lost. Life goes on. The sun still shines, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
As I was saying before, I think this generation, this newer generation, unfortunately, their energy is, all of that energy that they have is geared in a negative way. But you have a generation this generation is way more fearless, right?
Right.
They can recognize game faster, but a lot of them could be, they're a lot smarter, as it relates to recognizing game. This is this newer generation could actually be the generation to lead our community, definitely with their fearlessness, in a great direction. But unfortunately, that energy has been channeled in a negative direction.
Right. I agree.
Stop that, Paula. One no votes manipulated. Cut it out. The man won. See
Well,
that?
well, T, do you think that social media? Because when you look at the 50s and 60s and 70s, we had that. We just didn't have social media. Do you think social media plays a big part in it?
Yeah.
Mm. Okay, so I know you don't like talking about this, but I'm just gonna ask you: who do you think your dad would have voted for?
He would have voted for Kamala.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you why my dad would have voted for Kamala. Because my dad was a hardcore union guy.
Okay.
And he's always voted Democratic because the Democrats support the union.
Right. Okay.
The real he said Sunflower's nephew laugh out loud. I didn't know I was your auntie. Yeah, my dad was not he was not chauvinistic at all. He was more so, and I think that's what wore his health down. He was more so for whatever was gonna help he thought was gonna help his people.
Right.
And he, because of what the unions had did for him, he was just a real big support. If you didn't support the unions, then you weren't getting a chance with him. That was no more conversation.
Right. Makes sense. I mean, the AFL-CIO is going to be prevalent in this because those tariffs are they're going to do some damage to a lot of people's jobs, and the union is going to become weaker, unfortunately. So. I don't know. It's man.
Yeah, he said he raising the tariffs up 200%. 200.
See, people don't know. People don't even study tariffs. Like if you don't know what tariffs are, you better Google them because it's you think the economy about to get better? It's not. If he follows through on this, if he does.
Yeah, because they're gonna hurt on the back end.
Yeah, things are gonna become more expensive because you taxing people.
Mm-hmm.
To send their stuff to America, they're like, okay, well, we're gonna charge you 3 times more. How you gonna deal with that? Now you got to make the consumer pay more.
Back.
So it's I don't know. I think that the divide. I hope it doesn't become because we already have the red pill, blue pill, and I get caught up. I'm not gonna lie. I get caught up in these conversations. I don't think every woman's the same. I don't think every man is the same. But it just seems like a lot more women of color just. I don't know why they hate us. Like what are we doing wrong? So, like we can't do nothing now. It's voting. It's like we can't be a certain height. We got to make a certain amount of money. We got to vote a certain. It's like, golly, it gets depressing, man. Like I don't know, man.
You say you think women of color hate? It's like they hate men.
Not all of them. It just seems like a lot of them just hate.
Yeah.
They just, and then it's vice versa. It's like a lot of men of colors. Like we got moms and stuff. We got dads. But it's like I want a woman that looks like my mom.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't, but a lot of women, not all, make sure I'm prefacing that. It's like they daddy wasn't in the house, and it's like you hate all, but you go after these drug dealers, and they're like, what?
Yeah.
Stop going after them. Like, I mean, just because a guy ain't 6 feet tall don't mean he's a bad dude. He just ain't. He can't help that.
And that's what I say all the time. I think people go after the wrong people, and they go after the wrong people for the wrong reasons. You know, this person got a big butt, or this person is 7 feet tall, or I know he's a drug dealer. And then when they get burned, of course, and then when they get burned, you know, all of this anger, because it's something emotionally, it's something wrong when people go after people for vain reasons, and then when they get burned, they put all of their love into a person because this person has a big butt or this person is a drug dealer, and then they went after them for the wrong reasons and they get the wrong results. And now, you know, there's a stigma as it relates to black men or black women, when the truth of the matter is people are just making wrong decisions in a lot of situations.
You're right. I remember I was listening to you a few months ago. You were talking about some dude used to date, And I said, where's she going with this? And I don't cuss, but I'm gonna cuss this time. You said one of my exes said he was real sneaky and conniving, little bitch. What was all little boy? I'm like, who is she talking about? But whoever that dude is, he better never get to your channel, man. That dude, boy, you had me rolling.
That was all of them. Shoot, the ones
Man,
that I was into relationship with, they were trying to, but it was probably one of my daughter's fathers. He was the one that was real sneaky. I have to watch. I get to laughing about it because he's real quiet, and he was just real quiet, and the way he moved, he was real sneaky, and the way that he talked, no, such and such, no, he was just his voice real low. And I get to looking at my youngest daughter sometimes, and she real quiet. She real, not sneaky, but she's real secretive, just like her dad. And the way she talks, I go, Lord, she got that same, she moaned, she got this talk up under her breath just like that. I said, Lord Jesus.
but see, what, I mean, so serious question. What was it about this dude that made you want to be with him? I don't understand.
What was it about him?
Yeah.
I don't even know. He wasn't even my type. I got into it for the wrong reason. I guess it was just meant for my daughter to be born, because that guy had been trying to date me, and he was not my type. Mm-hmm. He was from out of North Memphis. He would, I wouldn't. I mean, I had never dated nobody from out of North Memphis, but I ain't saying nothing. I ain't saying nothing bad about North Memphis guys, but he had been trying, and I was like, that guy he is not my type, period. Mm-hmm. He is not my type. And so he had been telling my auntie and stuff, because that was around the time, like, I was dropping, my mom worked in one place, and my auntie worked at the place right. So he would see me, he was asking my auntie. I was like, no. So then my oldest daughter's dad and I had broken up. I guess I was vulnerable. I say all the time, it was just meant for me to have my second daughter. It was she had to be who she was, and the only way for her to be the person that she is that it had to be me, and it had to be him.
Mm-hmm. GTD.
He says, I love all Black women, even though my girl is Mexican. I still love y'all crazy ass. Reality, Hispanic women are very hot-tempered and possessive.
Man, what? They be cussing you out and then throwing stuff at you at the same time. I'm good on that, Eric. No.
Yeah, Spanish women and Asian women. Yes, sir.
I thought Asian women were very submissive. That's what I be hearing folks say. Asian women are very submissive.
They are, until you piss them off, and watch what happen. Man, none of them over 5'1". Man, they got hands though. All of them got hands. Every one of them.
Denzel Washington say not Denzel Washington, but Wesley Snipes says that he always dated Asian women. He said Black men love Asian women because of how submissive they are. They make you want to come home. They don't argue or anything like that. But that's because, most of them marry wealthy Black men, and they probably not going to say anything, because their goal is, they've always been taught, get you somebody older that's going to take care of you. So then when they die, you get the wealth, and then you bring it back to our community.
I know. You might be right. I ain't never heard that. I don't really. Asian women are cool. They all built the same. It's unfortunate how they built. I don't know, man.
Some of them going to get Buddhist now.
It's still it ain't. It's even with that it don't. It's something about it, man. It's still not proper. I don't know. I look at them and I just be like, dang, this. I just feel un-American if I think. I don't know. I can't. Now Cypress, he'll. It don't matter to him.
And let me say this for the record, because I just thought about my daughter's dad tuned in one day, and I don't know how he must have been watching the whole time. He's a cool. Listen, he's a cool guy. I don't have no issues with him anymore. My daughter loves him. He's a cool person. I like the guy. He cool. He a pretty cool dude. Okay, I ain't got no issues with him.
Right. She said, I like the guy. All right, that's a man. Okay, that's a great way to endorse him. I like the guy. All right. See, I like my ex-wife. She all right too. I mean, I like her. She that's it. What kind of endorsement is that? I like the guy. She said he had been chasing you, and you just said, "All right, man. Here, all right, golly, man. Here, nigga, damn, here."
He said they built like little boys. Yeah,
They are.
but you know what? Every Asian, I don't think I've ever seen a tall Asian man, not unless he was mixed.
No, they be the ones that play, but like Yao Ming, there's a lot of like you because China. There's so many tall guys over there. But
Really?
yeah, you never seen Yao Ming?
No,
Yao
that's
Ming.
an NBA player, right? That's seven something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of them over there now.
But other than him, I haven't seen any. Other than he's the only one with the obsession. You know, the exception of him. I don't know. I haven't seen most Asian guys that I see. They're shorter than me.
Dang. Yeah, they got some hobbits over there. I ain't gonna lie. But a lot of them guys might be like 6'4", 6'8". It's a lot of NBA players in Asia, man. Well, mostly China, because that's Asia too. But China got a lot of. Well, most of them athletes. Like normal Asian guys, like 5'3".
Short Mexican men too. I don't see a whole lot of tall Mexicans.
I ain't never seen a tall. Over 5'8". It's an anomaly. I'm telling you, they by the time they 12 years old, that's the tallest they gonna get. I don't understand it.
Unless they playing baseball, you ain't gonna never see no tall Mexican.
Oh no, they just. I work at a gym. I be seeing them. I be like, dang, how your daughter 6 years old? She almost as tall as you, bro. I'm glad they don't understand English, man, because I be clowning them in there. But I don't know. I don't know what it is about Mexican dudes.
I'll pull out the pocket line.
But they get them women though. They women be like 4'9". They man.
Yeah, women be shorter than them.
Man, what you say?
They get them because they I guess they provide. But one thing about Hispanics is that they have I think they're like the Africans are, as it relates to how they pool their resources together, and they'll live in one house until they can get their house, and they pool their resources and all of that until they come up. A lot of Africans do that also.
You're right. They send money back home too when they work jobs that a lot of us don't want to work, and they just do drive. I be in the bank on the weekend. I'm talking about the line like 20 people on, 15 of them be Latino. They just be waiting to cash their check. Like, man, it's all good. Black folks, we get our money. We be putting in our sock and hoping nobody sees us. I'm like, golly, man, what you hiding the money for? But whatever.
And go spend it at the casino anyways. I'm gonna tell you, the girl, the African lady that braids my, she's been braiding my hair now. I've been going to her for about 6 or 7 years. And so lately, like, she's been going back and forth to Africa a whole lot, going over to Africa. So I asked her, so why are you going back up? She's from the synagogue. I was like, why you been going over there so much? She was like, oh, I've been checking on my house, making sure everything is good. I was like, checking on your house? She said, oh yeah, I have a house built. They're just about finished. I said, so you gonna leave? She said, oh, when I leave, my daughter gonna stay for a little while. But I didn't come here to stay. I came to work.
Yeah.
And a lot of stuff is cheap over there. It's real cheap. The American dollar over there, like $50, man. Man, what?
Man, $100, you gonna be looking like 50 cents. You gonna be so
Yeah, you're right.
My friend that went to Africa, she went to, it wasn't Nigeria. I can't think of it right now. But she said she said what they show on TV, and when you go over there, she was like, they are really helpful. You go to the clubs, like, they're helpful, they're friendly, they're happy over there.
Yeah.
And the food is good, she say.
It is. A lot of it's natural too. It ain't got all them preservatives and additives, because they kill the stuff on the spot and cook it in front of you. Like, man, I don't know about that, but it ain't got a whole bunch of stuff. Ain't got a bunch of stuff.
The same thing in Jamaica, because we went to the flea market when I was in Jamaica, and I heard the chickens. I heard something just fly. I was like, what the hell is going on? So the man who owned all the live chickens has set up at the flea market, and people were coming as they bought them. He was killing them, and they was running around with no necks.
Yeah, that heck no, I don't want chicken that bad, but they don't play no games over there, man. But at least you know it's fresh. If nothing else. I don't understand it. I don't understand.
And Jamaica's a pretty. A lot of people don't know Jamaica's a poor. Well, we went to Montego Bay. It's pretty because we went to the flea market. When they see the Americans come, they will follow you out of the flea market. I mean, all of them. If they see you buying from somebody,
Yep.
They think you got some money. They will beg you. They will. I mean, they followed us out into the parking lot, begging us to buy their stuff. This
Yep.
guy had an elephant. It was like $50. I said, I'm not paying you $50 for no elephant. I bought it from him, but I didn't pay $50. He went all the way down to $20. That was still too high. But I mean, like, they be so happy. We were staying at an all-inclusive resort, though they were so friendly. And that is because they work so hard for their tips and they prefer American money. Because like a $5 in Jamaica is like $500, I think they said.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, because you take it to the currency station and swap that shit out. They double.
Hold on, wait. You bought an elephant?
Yeah, this guy he claimed he made this elephant. He claimed it's wooden.
Oh, I thought you bought a real. I'm like,
A
what?
wooden elephant. Yeah, a wooden
man.
elephant. He claimed he made it from wood. He probably bought it from somebody else. And he said $50. I made it. I said I'm not paying you $50 for that. And they followed us out into the parking lot, and he finally went down to 20. I said, I don't even want to pay you 20, but I'm gonna give you 20 for it. I was trying about they saw us. I was trying to everybody that was reasonable, because they'll come down. They saw me, they saw all of us trying to support everybody. So when they saw that, they were standing there looking. I mean, they followed us into the parking lot, begging us to pay for buy their stuff, even if it was like $5, $2. You know, we couldn't do everybody, but we did a lot of people because they was begging. But I understand, like, when you see the houses and stuff over there, you already know that it's pretty poor. Like, they show the resorts and stuff, and the resorts are beautiful, but like right outside of the resorts, people are living in. It looked like to me straw houses.
Yeah, they depend on tourism. They really depend on tourism. That's why Montego Bay is nice. Montego Bay is real nice.
Beautiful. It is so. I was like, Lord, I wish I could go live in Montego Bay somewhere, because the little fish huts that we stopped at, the boat, the huts were little. They had boats in the back of the fish huts, and so they just jump in the boat and go in the water and catch the fish. But they would bring the fish back in and smoke them, or I believe they was grilling and smoking them. It's something about the seasoning is so freaking good. I had never heard of a parrotfish until I went to Jamaica. That was the best fish I ever had.
For real? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I need to go one day. It's just a lot of traffic in over
Paula,
there.
what part of Jamaica are you from, Paula?
Look like she might be from Kingston, the way she be.
She might be from Kingston, because I was getting ready. Listen, the resort that we was at had a bus that was going, and they drive crazy over there too.
Yep.
Had a bus that was going to take us to Kingston, to visit Bob Marley's museum, and it started raining very, very hard, so they had canceled. I was ready to go. I think it was $40. Everybody get on the bus, but Kingston I think it was going to be a 3-hour drive to and back, 2 there and 3 hours to get back. I was ready to go to Kingston too. I was, because they try to say stay away from Kingston, but I hear people say that they go vacation in Kingston and it's beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on everybody. I mean, I think I've been in Jamaica. Yeah, they party like a mug over there, man. They party hard over there. I was in the military when I was over there. So.
Oh, she said the men in Jamaica are really good at woodwork. So maybe he did make it. I bought a turtle. It was a wooden turtle, and the guy actually, I think he made that one because he actually carved my name, took his whatever little tools he had, because they have tools. They do work real hard, and carved my name in the turtle. Okay, I got it in there on my dresser. I got the elephant in there, and then we went on I forget what it's called when we're on those wooden things. And I mean, he was working hard. We loved it. It was almost like a safari thing. We were in the water. The bamboos, that's what they were called. And he was like, "Oh, we all made our own bamboos." He was like, "Y'all made these?" He was like, "Yeah, in order to work here, you know, we have to make our own bamboos."
You get you one of them Jeremiah Taylors over there?
No,
Right,
no, you hear a lot of Jamaican guys talk about if they do get the women that go over there and they get with a Jamaican guy, it is strictly because a lot of you hear the Jamaican guys say their dream is to come to the United States. They said that is their dream to live in the United States. She's from Kingston. And I'm gonna tell you something, Paula, what really hurt my feelings, they have goats. You know, they eat a lot of goats. And so they had the goats lined up on the side of the road. You know, they had the noose around their neck. They were all on this line or whatever. And you know, it hurt my feelings so bad because the goats they looked so sad. The ghost was just lined up. It's almost like the ghost knew they was ready to go take them and kill. So they just started sitting. They started sitting down on the side of the road. I said, "Look at those ghosts. They know they get ready to go kill them."
Oh, you hate to see it.
Why you saying about a goat?
I don't eat. I've never in my life eaten goats, and I'm telling you, I'll never eat a goat or a sheep, and a lamb either. Because I was looking at PETA did this campaign on Facebook. And they were showing how they kill the lamb and they cry. They just take them and just start cutting their just chopping at their neck, and they was kicking and crying. No, I can't.
Tam, you know
I don't buy lamb. I don't buy no lamb.
They do pigs like that. They do all animals like you do know that. They don't go willingly. They don't be like, "Hey, I'm next." They they do all animals like that, right? You eat bacon?
I don't eat pork anymore.
Okay, you don't eat pork, so you eat chicken, right?
They say a pig is smarter. When I stopped eating gummies, I used to love like the gummy bears and stuff. I didn't know that was pig skin.
Gummy bears?
Yes.
Hey man, what's the damn good pig skin?
I knew you were gonna say something, Simon. I didn't know. I had no idea. I had no idea.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna go store make sure I find some pig skin sometime today. Shit.
Cypress, so let me ask. So a lot of them, and Paula, you said you from Jamaica, so you said a lot of them guys are good with their hands too. You sure you didn't get you no cocoa butter when you over there? No shea butter.
I did give me some
shea butter,
some shea butter because they said Jamaica has the best shea butter. It's supposed to help with your stretch marks. It didn't. You know, it might have did make my stretch marks on my belly a little lighter. You know, we had the stretch marks from the kids. Me and all my friend claimed that hers are almost gone because she actually. I got a little thing of it. She actually bought a really big thing of it. And I'm gonna tell you another thing that I bought. When you be on the beach at the resort, you have folks walking, Jamaicans walking on the beach selling Jamaican wraps. So I thought I was doing something because I bought me a lot of Jamaican wraps, right? She said that goat meat is delicious. That's what a lot of Jamaicans say they eat, goat meat. And fish. I'm gonna tell you, they eat all of their fish is so good. There's a fish, Paula, also that we loved eating while we was there, and I can't even pronounce it. It was ecleka fish or something like that. But I thought I was doing something buying the Jamaican wraps because I was like, okay, well, I could wear, get the wraps because they walk around in like swimsuit type stuff all the time. And I ain't gonna even tell no stories. Like I was putting on those wraps, and if I ain't have on a swimsuit, we was going in to eat. They didn't think anything of it. I had on just panties and my regular panties and bra with a see-through wrap, and nobody even paid any attention because that's how they walk around. And so the lady was selling. She was like, "Give me 15." I was like, I'm gonna buy a few of them. Can you go down south? She's like, "Okay, well, give me 10." And so my daughter was like, "Mama, them Jamaican wraps that you got, I ordered some from Amazon. I was like, really? Was it the authentic Jamaican wrap? She's like, Mama, they all made in China. They were $2.
Wow, T. So you over there with your booty out, basically, and just and
That's what we all did. I was
no,
like,
no,
no,
no, T. We ain't talking about no. We
nobody
talking
even paid attention.
we talking about you now. So you had flesh out, just flesh and a wrap on,
And a
and
wrap, pure D flesh and a wrap. Because once I walked out, I was like, no, because I was like, I worn all my swimsuits, and I was like, the only thing I got now. They was like, girl, look at how these folks walking around. I was like, well, I'm just gonna throw this wrap. I'm gonna keep on my panties and bra and just wear these Jamaican wraps because it be hot. Nobody paid me any attention. I guess they probably thought it was just, a swim suit or something, but it was just when I went to the flea market, that's what I had on.
you over here looking like Beyonce in '98, and you boy, y'all. So you got
Ocho Rio now. Is Ocho Rio in Jamaica?
That's a good question. I never heard of Ocho Rio.
Ocho Rio here. I come back in May. Trip booked.
Y'all have fun with that, man. So they didn't want to put the shea butter on to like give you over here they give you samples. You didn't, Cypress, you know what I'm asking, right? Because she said she got some shea butter.
No, they didn't. They behaved themselves. That them men were trying to give money. They were trying to sell their products so that they can make some money. That's what it's called, escovitch fish. Oh my God, I had never heard of it. I'm gonna tell y'all another thing. My friends that was with me from out of Florida was like, "Are you kidding me?" Yeah, I didn't even know what a plantain was, and they eat a lot of plantain.
Oh, plantain.
Have y'all ever heard of that?
Plantain, yeah, they like banana. They look like bananas, but they're not.
Yeah, they was like, you never heard it. I was like, I never. She's like, well, we're in Florida. We have those all the time. I had never heard of it.
Yeah, they make a lot of.
They eat a lot of that in Jamaica.
Yep.
That fish and seafood, and that's because they just jump in the water. Really, they go fish, they catch their stuff, and it's a lot cheaper.
Oh yeah, you're right. Absolutely.
And just like a lot of people don't know, if you go to Red Lobster and anywhere in Florida, especially South Florida, the seafood is going to be a lot cheaper. When I was in Florida in Fort Lauderdale, which is where one of my friends live, we went to Red Lobster. And I'm thinking I'm getting ready to I got my normal because I like the seafood pasta. I'm thinking my bill get ready to be $50, $60, $30. She said, you got to think about the seafood here because of the water is a lot cheaper.
Right there. They can just get it and just cook it right there, bring it to you.
So man, shout out to Moneybag Yo, man, for giving away.
Hey man, get on now. Anyway,
Cypress, I knew you couldn't wait.
Had to do it.
Hey, shout out the bag, man, feeding the hood, man. Shout out to the bag, man.
Hey, why you take the post down, Cypress?
Huh?
Why you take that post down on Instagram? You saw what they were doing to him, right? Yeah. There you go. Don't say okay.
What happened?
Them people call him a fake dolphin, telling them they were fake paper riding, saying it felt forced, and all. I'm telling you, they clowned this man for about 2 days. He took that post down.
They need to cut all the hate out, man. Man, I gotta stop all the hate.
It felt Cypress. Them people from Memphis too. They wasn't playing about that. They killed Dolph over, man. Anyway, look, he took it down for they were clowning this man. Then he got into it with Big 30 again, like he always do. I don't know why they keep going back and forth. You better stop.
Wait a minute, Moneybag and 30 into it?
Man, they was into it the whole all yesterday. I said, golly, man.
I thought somebody tried to claim that 30 said that him and Moneybag had swatched that or something like that. I didn't think so. 30 is never going to forgive Moneybag. Moneybag better be very careful. Well, especially with 30's mindset. Because I'm going to tell you something. Moneybag did the very worst that 30 would never forgive him. 30 told his guys, and y'all know 30 he feel like it's his fault that Newski is gone. he said Newski was already, dealing with Moneybag a little bit by way of somebody else. So that's why he said Newski told him, go ahead and sign with Moneybag. He said he did it on the strength of Newski. And then he told all of his guys, to protect the brand. They call themselves going hard for Moneybag. And for Moneybag to say to him, I ain't tell y'all to jump in my stuff. Y'all niggas was riding my dick. And he lost his men because whoever it was, Moneybag was into it with them. Dudes weren't into it with them.
You're right. You're right.
He'll never forgive money because he's looking at this man. This nigga gonna say this to me. We was riding his dick and I lost my people trying to be loyal to him. He would never forgive him. Moneybag better be careful.
Oh, man.
Right.
About him, man.
Oh shoot! You see Shad around Jizzle. I don't know why Jizzle keep hanging around Mob Shad. I don't understand that.
Yeah, he hanging around Mob Shad because evidently he like to be shy.
Jizzle was with Mob Shad.
They were Rob Wave. After they were man, yeah, he was with Mob Shad. They were together last night. I don't know what this Memphis stuff is. I don't understand it.
Yeah, he like the bully.
Somebody gonna die. One them two running to somebody gonna go.
Because Jizzle know that they probably really trying to get to him.
Yeah.
He been out the way doing his music. I don't really think he should be around Mob Shad like that.
Me neither. I wouldn't be around Mob Shad. If I was his brother, I'd be like, nah, you got too much going on, bro. Just write me a letter or something. Send me a kite. Like Cornelius says, did you get that kite? Send me that.
Do y'all ever be going back listening to what when Cornelius was on the stand? Because if you go back and listen to him, you'll catch a lot that he said that you might have missed. Because Cornelius kind of said a lot.
All the time. I listen to that every other day. I listen to on 2 or 3 bloggers channels, and I listen. Cornelius said a whole lot. Lot. He talked about when he talked about those cameras at Govine House. I'm like, now he might not have had cameras inside the house, but those cameras caught Juke pulling up to his house and walking in. So you can't say he wasn't there. So Cornelius said, Cornelius, man. When they bring Cornelius, if Govine go to court, they gonna swear Cornelius in. Cornelius gonna be like, yeah, Judge, where was I? And he gonna go right back to talk. That's all he gonna do.
Do y'all think Govine is gonna go to trial? Y'all think he gonna take it to trial?
I don't. There's no way he can win.
I don't think he should. Here was the problem. Cornelius get no stand, wrap the mastermind jacket right back around him. And he don't want the mastermind in charge of it, so he possibly gonna try to fight it, which he gonna lose. But once they put the nigga back on the stand again, they can't wait. They gonna give him some M&M's, some Gummy Bears, and Coca-Cola. He gonna get on the stand with his whole gut.
Yeah.
Now, Cypress, I know you don't want y'all say that Cornelius didn't say anything about Gotti, but he did though.
Yeah.
What did he say? I missed it. What did he say?
You ain't missed nothing.
He did say when he was asking him about when they had gotten paid or whatever, he said, and you was going to you wanted the money, you was probably gonna go and buy drugs and you wanted to do something for your daughter. He said, yeah. He said, and he says, and Mr. Johnson was paid with money and a record deal. He said, yeah, he was supposed to get a record deal with Gotti and Juke there.
Yep. And Hagerman was like, okay, so, and Hagerman just jumped right in real
he redirected him. Yeah. As if not that name is not supposed to be said yet.
Yep.
Well, he didn't get the record deal, so
he did.
Well, they was intending to give it to him. They act like he got it. He started getting all them features with Moneybagg Yo artists.
Yeah. Who did he get the management deal with, Cypress? What management company was he with?
He was over there. Everybody know he was over there.
Juke. Oh wow! And to get the CMG, you got to go to what management company? What's the name of it?
I don't know the name.
No, you know the name of it. It's called Big Juke Management. That's how they all work. Stop it. Even I know that, and I ain't from Memphis.
No, but I don't think I don't think a nigga had enough to get to guys. I mean, man, him saying that still don't prove that like he was promised a record deal and he didn't get a record deal.
You right. Now you right about that. He was promised. You know why he didn't get it? Because they played him. That's why Cypress. And he got locked up.
Well, they were gonna play him all, man. They ain't forget that he was over there with Dolphin Pearl.
Anyway, so
I'm
T,
gonna tell you something. I really believe once I believe Straight Drop got more money than Cornelius. They
Way
really played Cornelius.
Of
But
course they did.
I believe once they did it, I don't believe that Straight Drop was gonna really get half of what they had promised him. You notice they had started trying to, when he was in jail, they was putting out video.
Yep.
Yeah.
Was putting those videos.
Yep. But now music too.
Ensure that he got in trouble.
Yep. Yep. And also, what was that video you said they took down, T? With Straight Drop, they shot the video at their house where Cornelius had a ski mask on. I don't know the name of that. That was Cornelius's cut right there. Cornelius didn't know it. Cornelius didn't even know it. I'm like, dang, dude.
No, I think he was. Yeah, see, they should have knocked down Cornelius and split the money.
Stop
And
it.
they
Stop it. Thank God they didn't. And God is an awesome God. He made sure that didn't happen. Is T there or is she gone?
See, yeah.
Tamara.
She is, but
yeah.
You must have got a call.
And
Tamara, we can't hear you. You in the portal.
I can read. So
I can't hear you.
no, they should have. What y'all should have did Straight Drop. Got the niggas out the way, split that money.
No, too bad. Well, they didn't. So it is what, and they still had him anyway, because they got more witnesses. Cypress, you do understand. Tamara, Cypress, can you hear her?
Not that, but I did it first.
I can't
Anyway,
hear.
back to you. Let's go. Back to you. But nah, man, I don't.
Free Yak got it. No, bro. Yak and Shannon, they out of here, bro. Leave them where they at. Just like Young Dirk, a little Dirk. He out now.